Hello everyone and welcome back to Surviving the Aftermath, day 74. We are close to 100 people, definitely want to reach that threshold. If there's no other catastrophe coming along, we should be able to reach it. We do have a bit of a water shortage right now. We are already using 2 water collectors here by that lake. I think we can just add another one as they produce 14, but of course they also require workforce while the normal well actually doesn't. Let's see that we find out if we have another slot available for another well. Up there we would have it. Not the highest efficiency, but 10 water we could make it. Perfect. That I would like to use over here by the fields. Yep, we can also have one. We have enough materials for that for sure. And we can also then of course make them to a drilled well. Another 9 water. And out here, nothing. There should be room though. Another 11 water that we get then out of that. Very good. We got lots of infected colonists right now. Probably because some buildings are infected without me noticing it, right? So there we have it. For example, the metal extractor is infected together with my solar panels. That shouldn't do anything really. But the metal extractor definitely has a say in that. But I don't think that anything else is infected really. The burial pit, okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, also my hunting cabin. Let's just hope that none of the fields is infected, because with that we will also get infected food. And that I certainly don't want. Contaminated food, it's called. This means that my medical tents are fully staffed right now and also fully booked. Going to take a while, right? We could speed it up there, at least one of them with some overtime. My Moonrock scavenger has enough to do anyway. Yep, very good. Brooklyn was born 1999. Very good. We also have now the first real houses. The normal house and the 2-story house. Going to build a few more here now in the city center. 18 infected. This is really spreading right now. Can we see what is causing this? A major disease is causing continued health loss. I think this is just a wave of infected that goes through, right? That's causing this. Also move the work area to repair these buildings here. And by the way, we also have finished the field hospital. For that we do need more components though. So components is something that we are running out of now. And there's the garage as well. Once again, components. But I have a few specialists on the way home right now with that. And there it is, almost metropolitan. We got 100 people now living in Sleepy Hollow. Let's just call it a metropolis then. Because that is already pretty big. And yeah, with that, I think the settlement is on a good track here. 1,100 food. So food we really don't need to worry. Also, we got lots of different foods. Also lots of milk coming in here. Water is fine. Electricity is now fine. We've built another solar panel. However, really the components, the lack of it is now my problem. So once again, we probably will need some settlers to build outposts in order to get a constant stream of components in now. I think we already have a few of these out there on the map, right? We found a few and I just have to send a settler over then and get it working then to get us in there. There's also lots of unexplored territory that I would still like to clear as well. Another important building, the sauna. In a sauna, colonists can wash themselves of harmful particles and pathogens so they do not become a real issue later on. Has 3 patient slots, water consumption is increased with that, and also firewood consumption is increased with that. And holy moly, those are some costs. 100 concrete, we don't have that. I can still build it, of course, and I want to. Let's just see, we do have the water tank, and lo and behold, we would have a sauna next to it. And I probably would like to build it right here. Once again, over my deposit there that we don't need. I could also have it here. Right, but I think that is not a very good location. I wanted to get rid of the trauma center, right? Let's get rid of that. I only need 1. I'm only going to work with 1 for now. And also, let's have another feast, because my hope levels are pretty low. Feast will help with that. And then I would like to have the sauna here. It just makes sense to have it next to the public house then as well. Don't ask me why this makes sense. It just makes sense. Let's have it like... difficult. Because if we have it like this, and I think this makes a lot of sense. If we have it like this, I could have the water tank in between and thus save even more space. Let's go ahead and with this and have a water tank then, which is just really cheap anyway. And let's have the water tank in here, in between them. Right? Like, no, not this way. But here I would like to have it. There you go. Right in between. And we can also hide it then, a water tank with some bushes, with some trees. Right, something that we can have here in this area. Oh, it's barren soil. I need to have plastic. I need to have plastic flowers here that I can use, because normal trees will not work on it. A bottle tree. That is ugly. Nah, I'm not doing this. Oh, more survivors. Only children, and all of them mutated almost. We are still going to accept them. And we will also need to accommodate them. I don't have any concrete anymore. So this is where my concrete extractor should come in handy now. I think my fighters, 2 of them are... Yep, we're just waiting on Baylor now. Oh no, a meteor shower. Meteorites cause damage to buildings and people reserve enough construction materials for repairs and have carriers at hand to repair damaged buildings. Going to happen in 18 hours. We have 3 carriers at the moment. And I do have my maintenance depot here, right? So we're probably going to assign another person to that and have our working area right here in the city center so that we can get the maximum of buildings into its area to repair. And there's the water tower. We can now get rid of this one here. Goodbye. And save a bit of space, right? So here we would have now more abilities again to build something. Xander was born. Look at that. I mean, we're at 109. This is a fast growth right now. Just should be careful that we don't consume too much food then. 6 are homeless. This is quite a lot though. And I will need to build some shanties. I can't build a house. A house requires concrete. And we are very slacky with that. So I do need 2 shanties at least. So let's build 1 here. And 1 then probably here, which is heated. Yeah, beside the shrine then. For now. And there's going to be more houses then, of course. Too many people are born right now. We're really growing quickly there. 28 children. We would need another school actually. And there's the school. We have the resources. Let's go ahead and build it. We have 1 over there, 1 over here. So I could imagine another school being somewhere here in the center, or where there's more houses coming around it, right? More residents. Yeah, let's let's have it here, because there is more people coming up. And it's actually looking like a nice, friendly neighborhood now, without all the pollution that we had in this area. Let's build it here. I think we do need to get rid of that road though. And just build it like this. Let's make it a double road. After all, there is a bigger building then coming along, with a nice view over the lake. Now Bela is also ready. Let's go in and attack those high-rise bandits.
What do we have here?
And the high-rise is definitely a lair for several dozen bandits, and the lower floors are barricaded and booby-trapped to repel any intruders. Despite that, the bandits have grown arrogant and lazy, as the defenses have 2 possible entry points, one a few levels up and accessible with a rope, another one by squeezing through a narrow gap. Well, if we can make it through the gap or not. And take whatever it seems. So, claustrophobic moment. The specialist manages to reach the opposite end. And the bandits were definitely not expecting anyone from this side, leaving the area unguarded. There's blueprints, notebooks, technical drawings thrown into a large pile on the floor. Yep, take whatever seems... Oh, right, 400. And a moderate increase in hope. And that was actually the quest already. That's unfortunate. Let's get Baylor with 50 components back home. And... Oh yes, Brock has another 48, so we get almost 100 additional components coming in. Baron, in the meantime, either we make Baron... I would need more settlers. Down there we have bandits again. Let's actually send him home to guard Sleepy Hollow. There's nothing else we would need on the map other than those components and parts. And that is better suited for my scavengers. And there's the meteor shower coming in. Hopefully it's not going to be too devastating for my whole village there. Another school has been finished as well. I think, yep, we are using that person. And let's also use another person on the maintenance depot then. Oh, yeah, of course. Going right into my most valuable buildings right away. Looking pretty cool though, that effect, if it weren't so dangerous. And if it weren't enough for the meteor shower, we also have a group of bandits approaching. A group of bandits has rallied around the gate. They have an unnerving sheen to their eyes and none of them utter a word. Try to distract them. Try to reason with them. And it fails and they get ready to fight. But it's only 12 bandits. And we also have a specialist Stella, and of course a fully staffed gate. They will really not stand a chance. And we've also finished another concrete extractor. That is very important. That I remember this after the fight. But we are going down really quickly there. Look at that. Alright, one more. Oh, the gate is actually destroyed. How is that possible? One more bandit? They're coming in now? And it's more than just one, by the looks of it. Stella is also here, hopefully helping out. And I think that's it. Holy cow. And all of that while we had a meteor shower raising upon us. And let's repair this one for some metal that we have plenty of. And let's go for that metal extractor. Concrete extractor, sorry. And we have one person at least working on it now. It is working at an efficiency of 53 and it does require 12 energy. So that should be fine as we've built some solar panels. Yeah, so far so good, right? But that's the second very important building that we have now. And we would have then the room here for the plastic. This is still plastic trash though. So I do need to make sure that we clear this one. By the way, do we see the richness? Now we don't see the richness before it gets depleted. Let's use my advanced recycler to get this one here right away. That is just actually around the corner. There's another well decontamination that we need to do here. And the meteor shower is over already. That was fast. And we've also finished the sauna. There it is. Beautiful building. I guess that's the sauna here. It doesn't look like it's getting very hot in here. Nah, this must be the sauna. Alright. And it does require some firewood and a person to work in it. And since we don't need that many anymore at the maintenance shop, let's just get rid of one of them. And probably also for my plastic recycler. We don't need that much and we have a lot of food. So let's also tone it down on my fields here. We don't need that many people working on fields. Certainly not 2 on 1 medium field. Right, so that gives me some carriers back. And also makes the sauna now work, which will definitely improve the hygiene of my people. And boy, it's needed. We do have a bit of a problem there. One of the trade contracts will offer me chickens. Let's go ahead and have 2 chickens that we can import. And let's just get rid of some of our junk. And I think we have a lot of plastic. Yep, 700. So let's reduce that amount by 500 because I really don't need that much. And we would actually get 200. I only need to pay 200 for that many chickens. Going to take 3 days. And with that, we should also prepare a second wrench that we have then over there. Another 80. Oh my goodness, 85 concrete. Yeah, it's okay. Let's build this right next here so that we also use the water tower, the water. And then we have cattle and chickens that provide eggs for us then as well. Nadia, my scavenger, meanwhile, is on the map. And we would like to scavenge with her now some more dangerous sites here for the components, right? She's very fast with this. She takes a bit of damage, of course. But since she's so fast scavenging that, she should be done really quickly there. 65 components would be here. And another 67 components here. So that's quite a lot. Finally, the wind turbine belongs to us and also the paving. So let's go ahead with the wind turbine. We can build one for now. Pretty expensive, and definitely we should have this one then close to my, or in my energy production area, right? So it's going to be in its range for the transformer that we should have then over there. Yeah, and let's go ahead with the first one. This will produce now energy throughout the day, so day and night. It is not having, oh, it actually has more, right? So plus 14 for our energy that we have then. Perfect. Also, paved roads are available. This one here, no construction resources required. Is that right? We can just pave them like this without the cost of concrete? That would be very strange. Let's try it out here. But it seems to be the case, right? We're not consuming any concrete for that. Alright. I thought we would. But that's fine. Let's have the whole main road here now being paved. And there's also the wind turbine being finished. We have now a surplus of 49 per day or during the day, right? But definitely will need more batteries. Another battery, some components there, but we can afford it otherwise. Let's go ahead with another battery then right beside this one. And yeah, the concrete is rolling in. Let's delete one of these shanties here and build us another 2-story house, as we can easily afford this. Right here in the city center. Alright, more survivors at the gate and a specialist, a scout that we could use, and with some materials. And of course, I'm not using the scout for scouting. We are going to make a settler out of this one. To get it on the map and get us something out of it. Science we really don't need anymore. So I would just really be looking out for some scavenging outposts now. And as the new day dawns, the next house has been finished. With that, no more homeless people. Oh, actually 3 more. We are still growing, 120. But we do have concrete again. So I could have, instead of this shanty, another house. But the house is only 5, right? We would not add that much more. Bit of houses here. And why is the sauna so polluted? Sauna is causing a lot of pollution, it seems. Nothing I can do there really for now. Go ahead and build a house then somewhere here. Let's have it instead of one of those shanties. And let's also upgrade some of these that we have then here as well, right? So that is some metal. And it is allowing us to have one more slot then available for that. And then also one more house here. So that those sides kind of like look the same. And yeah, the paving is also coming along, as the streets are getting a bit cleaner there. A new quest is popping up. The Plains of Sorrow, an old civilian airfield, was recently rediscovered from this region. Story worth mentioning is the party played during the Wars of Succession. Alright, we already had this. Of course, we can visit it. And perhaps we send a scavenger over this time to find a few more things out of it. The next house here should be coming along. 3 more homeless still. A bit more metal we need, and then it's also done. And let's also turn Stella into a settler. You've served us well. But for now, we need a new task for you. And we probably go for something where we get clothes out of it, or weapons. Because weapons we could also sell. I haven't found a component outpost yet. There is a weapon outpost down here that I could get. We could do this, and we can sell the weapons then with trading. Right? And in trading, we do get the components and also parts. Parts is something that I need that I can't produce myself. Oh, and there's still 1 more hour for a trade convoy en route. Which gives me the chickens. Totally right. And there it is. Trade convoy has arrived. We can now add someone here. Probably one of the from the fields. I would like to do this. Right. And we can select here the chicken that we can have now as well on top of it. 2 chicken. As we can see already here, the cattle is already grown to 5. We do have a lot of them. And the chickens is now my next production. And the next house is also coming along. And no one needs to be homeless anymore. I love how the town is coming along. And together. Stay tuned.